Premier-designate Doug Ford and his transition team are quietly and methodically putting together the first progressive Conservative government at Queen's Park in 15 years. Fresh from toppling Premier Kathleen Wynne's Liberals last Thursday, he and his top advisers are gearing up for the swearing-in of the administration on June 29. Ontario Premier-elect Doug Ford said his biggest problem will be whittling down his cabinet selections from the dozens of Tories elected around the province. Frank Gunn, the Canadian Press. Ford said his biggest problem will be whittling down his cabinet selections from the dozens of Tories elected around the province. We have 75 incredible people to choose from, and that's going to be the toughest decision. We haven't made that decision yet, but we will, he said Sunday. Wynne's departing cabinet, which will meet for the final time Wednesday, has 28 members presiding over 30 departments. Article continued below. Our successor has not yet determined how large his cabinet will be, but it is widely expected to be streamlined slightly with reconfigured ministries. Read more. 73 new MPPs bring fresh perspectives to Queen's Park. Opinion. Doug Ford and the Ontario PCs have their victory, but it will not be easy to govern an angry democracy. Premier-designate Doug Ford names his transition team while the incoming Premier insisted he has not decided who will be on his executive council. He tipped his hand on May 28 when he showcased some of his star candidates at a roundtable in Newmarket. The Tory leader indicated that day his cabinet could include newly elected candidates Christine Elliott, Newmarket Aurora, Rod Phillips, Ajax, Caroline Mulroney, York Simcoe, Peter Bethlenfeldy, Pickering Uxbridge, Greg Rickford, Kenora Rainy River, Doug Downey, Barry Springwater Oro Medant, and Donna Skelly, Flamborough Glanbrook. Article continued below. Ford also highlighted MPPs Lisa MacLeod, Nepean, Raymond Cho, Scarborough North, and Vic Fedeli, Nipissing, and he is known to be impressed by Todd Smith, Bay of Quinte, John Jakubowski, Renfrew Nipissing Pembroke, and Monty McNaughton, Lambton Kent Middlesex. Other veterans believed to be under consideration for cabinet include MPPs Jim Wilson, Simcoe Gray, Steve Clark, Leeds Grenville, Thousand Islands, Ross Romano, Sue St. Marie, and Sylvia Jones. Dufferin Caledon, because the Tories won 76 seats in the expanded 124-member legislature, compared to 44 Andrea Horwath's New Democrats, 7 for Wynne's Liberals, and 1 for Green leader Mike Schreiner. Ford has the luxury of choice. When cabinet making, premiers traditionally look at geography, cultural background, gender and work-life experience, among other factors. During the election, Ford promised that his agriculture minister would be a farmer, which means either Toby Barrett, Haldimand Norfolk, or Lisa Thompson. Kieran Bruce will likely make cabinet. It is expected that MPPs Rick Nichols, Chatham Ken Lumington, or Ted Arnott, Wellington Halton Hills, could end up as Speaker of the Legislative Assembly, a position elected by MPPs in a secret ballot. Doug Ford's Ontario Progressive Conservatives will form a majority government following Thursday's provincial election. The Premier-elect says he will continue the legacy of his late brother Rob, a former Toronto mayor. The Canadian Press. Ford will gather his victorious caucus at Queen's Park next Tuesday for their first meeting since the election. I feel great. I feel energized. I feel ready to go, he said. We're getting our transition team together and we're going to get moving, and we'll move rapidly.